Hello and welcome. This is basically the first of the English Help Desk live streams, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please forgive me if I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't done one of these. I'm used to teaching in front of classes. I'm used to teaching in front of a camera, but I'm not used to teaching live. Now, to be fair, this is not truly live. I'm recording this separately. I'm going to release it later, but this is a practice run for basically what I want to do on a regular basis is basically live lessons. Now, why am I going live? Basically, I'm going live so that I can get more content to you at a faster pace. English is a huge, huge, huge subject. And, I make good quality videos. I hope that I make good quality videos, but they take a long time to make. So I can't get them out to you as quickly as I would like. So basically, what I would like to do is, I just want to know what you want to learn. I'm going to throw out as much as I can at you, and, whatever you tell me you want, whatever you tell me that you like, I will continue to do. So, for example, your comments are extremely important here. If you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. If you like something, I will see that, and I will see that there are lots and lots and lots of views. Now, just because I'm doing a video live doesn't mean that it's only going to be live. Some of these lessons may get turned into actual videos. If you show me that something is important to you, or if I've not covered something in enough detail, or if something's really, really, really popular, then I'll take that segment of it and I'll turn it into a full video for you, with production and animations and text and blah, 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 blah. This is just an experiment. Let's see how it goes. And, if it's good, it's good. If it's not good, it's not good. Anyway, today, we are talking about idioms. And we're going to use idioms that include the word or the number 1. So, what idioms are they going to be? Let's have a look. Back to square one. Be one with someone. For one thing. What else are we going to learn? We are also going to learn a new one on me. One and the same. One fine day. But it doesn't stop there. There are going to be more. Let's have a look at the other ones. One in a million. One of these days. One of those days. But of course, we need a bonus idiom. And what is today's bonus idiom? Today's bonus idiom is just one of those things. That's our final one. That's our bonus idiom. So I'm going to put all of these in a timestamp in the description below. So if you want to fast forward, or if you want to watch again, but you're not sure what one of them is, you can click on the timestamp below and forget all of this. What I'm saying is irrelevant. So, back to square one. Back to square one. This is our first one. It's kind of ironic, but it's our first one because back to square one means to return to the start of something. You've got so far, but for some reason, you've had to go all the way back. Now I'm just starting. And it may be that I have to, let's have a look at how it's used, okay? Back to where one started because of lack of success, change of circumstances, etc. So let's just say I'm trying to make these English help desk live videos. It's a new idea that I have. This is just the first one. I want there to be many, 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 many videos. Now, I'm not saying I'll be super successful in this first video. I've got a lot to learn. But, if I go through these but nobody likes them, I'm going to have to stop doing them, which means that I need to think of a new idea. So, for example, I don't know what I'll do if this video fails. I'll be back to square one. So yeah, if this video fails, if nobody likes this idea, then I need to think of a new idea. And that's hard. And it means that I've got so far, but there's been no success, back to square one. I've got to start all over again. So please like this video. Show me that you like this video by leaving comments below. And well, yeah, then I don't have to start at square one. Another usage of, or another example of back to square one is the game Fortnite. I mean, everybody plays Fortnite these days. I don't. Tried it once, had no idea what I was doing. But the point about Fortnite is that there are many, 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 many different games. And in every game, you start at the beginning with nothing. No guns, no equipment, no armor, nothing. Basically, it doesn't matter how far you get in a game. If you win or lose, you start at the beginning every time with nothing. In Fortnite, every game, you go back to square one. You go back to having nothing, and you've got to build and build and build and build, and then you die. Yeah, that's the way Fortnite goes. Shall we move on? Shall we have a look at our next idiom? So our next idiom is to be at one with someone. So to be at one with someone, basically, yeah, you're kind of like, you're together with someone. You have the same ideas. You have the same opinions. Literally, you are to be in harmony. You are to share the same view as someone else. You agree with them. You like what they have to say. All the things that you think, the other person thinks exactly the same as you. So, as an example, we could say that my wife and I agree on everything. We're completely at one with each other. So yeah, my wife suggests something and I say, yep, that's a good idea. I say something, my wife says, yeah, okay, whatever. But we're in agreement. We like each other's ideas. We share the same things. We are at one with each other. Now we could talk about the opposite. Let's just say I have a brother who we always argue. We always argue. We have different opinions. Therefore, I can never be at one with my brother because, well, we just do not have the same ideas. We do not have the same opinions. We don't agree on anything. So, to be at someone, to agree with them, to share the same ideas, to share the same thing. Talking about ideas and opinions, let's move on to the next one. For one thing. Okay, so for one thing, basically, if you have an opinion, which is something that you want to express an idea upon, maybe you have lots of opinions, but you don't have much time. Yeah, for one thing basically means to have for one reason among many different reasons. So you don't have much time. You want to get out the most important idea that you have. You can use for one thing to express that. You have many other ideas, but this is probably the one that you want people to listen to. And as an example, we could say that I don't feel like studying today. For one thing, it's nice and sunny outside. Why do I want to be sat inside studying all of this stupid stuff, blah, 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 when I can be outside going, exactly. Studying sucks. Playing outside sucks. Doesn't suck. Playing outside means having fun, means being with your friends, having fun, talking, chatting, la, la, la. So that's your biggest reason. Another reason that you might have is, well, basically English is difficult. You don't want to learn English because, for one thing, English is difficult. It has all of these idioms. Who wants to sit there and learn all of these idioms that make no sense? No sense at all. But it's something that you have to do. Anyway, let's move on. A new one on me. Maybe you've learned something and, well, it comes as a surprise. It's something that it's not just new information to you, it's surprising information to you. And that's basically what that means. It's informal, it's something surprising that one did not know before. So how do we use this? We could say like, oh, I just learned a new idiom. I did not know that idiom before. That's a new one on me. Wow, gosh. Oh, isn't that nice? So yeah, we can use it as pleasant surprise. Oh, that's a new one on me. Okay. Oh, John and Jennifer are dating? Oh, that's a new one on me. I did not know that, but I like that information. But we can also use it in a more negative way. What? I'm not allowed to throw trash on the floor? I've been doing that all my life. I'm not allowed to do it? Oh, that's a new one on me. Gosh. So yeah, we can use it for more pleasant things. We can use it for more negative things. But either way, it comes as a surprise. It's information we did not know that surprises us. Yeah, and yeah, it's good. All right, let's move on. One and the same. So you might be able to guess what this means. One and the same, you got one thing, you got the same thing. Yeah, together, same, similar. This hand looks like this hand, except that they're kind of opposite, but they're my hands, they look the same, okay? All right, so one and the same. Basically means correct, exactly the same. Now, we could talk about two different things that we think are the same, or we could talk about one thing that we thought was different, but turns out to be the same thing. So I'm going to talk about first two different things that appear to be the same. For example, do you prefer DC or Marvel movies? I don't know. All superhero movies are one and the same to me. So, yeah, DC, Marvel, they're different. We all understand that they're different. But in this example, the person replying, he just thinks that all the superheroes are the same. Batman is the same as Superman, DC. Thor is the same as Captain America, Marvel. But to the person replying, Batman, Superman, Thor, Captain America, they're all the same thing. All the superheroes to that person seem to be the same person. He cannot see any difference. They all run around, they're all super strong, they all have capes, I believe. Yeah, there's no difference between them. But we can also use, as I say, one thing that appears to be different, but turns out to be the same. For example, I just realized that the police officer that arrested me last week and the woman who lives next door to me are one and the same person. The shame. Oh my God. The shame. The shame. So here we're talking about one person who has two different roles, basically the same person. Next door neighbor arrested this person. Anyway, let's move on. We talked about summer and spring earlier. Let's look at our next phrase. One fine day. Now, you might think that one fine day is, well, a lovely sunny day. Spring's finally here. Summer is on its way. Those are fine days. But one fine day has a different meaning. It means to talk about, something that might happen in the future, at some time in the future. Or basically, it could be said about something that is unlikely to happen. So when we say the future, we're talking about the distant future. It's not going to happen soon. It's going to happen a long time in the future, if it will happen at all. It probably will not happen. How can we use this in a sentence? Do you think Daniel will ever be famous? I'm Daniel, by the way. Hi, nice to meet you. Do you think Daniel will ever be famous? Ha ha ha! He might, one fine day. Now, I would take offense at that. I would be upset at that. Someone saying that I can never be famous. Basically, yeah, I don't know, I'm getting old. I'm sitting in my blooming bedroom talking to you. No, this guy's not going to be famous. He's not going to be PewDiePie. No. So, one fine day is talking about an imagined future and an unlikely future, something that's probably not going to happen. If I may, I would give you another example. One fine day, I will marry Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston, I know that you're watching this. Call me, because one fine day, we're going to get married. Oh, yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? She's not watching. So, yeah, one fine day is something that means unlikely to happen, much like one in a million. Now, very often when we use the phrase one in a million, we're talking about like winning the lottery. You have a 1 in a million chance of winning the lottery. I have a 1 in a million chance of meeting Jennifer Aniston. 1 in a billion chance of getting married to her. But for this video, we're not going to use we're not going to use 1 in a million in the sense of chance. We're going to talk about it in the sense of people. So 1 in a million basically means a person with excellent personal qualities who is rarely found. So Basically, we're talking about those amazing people who are just that much more special than everybody else. You know? Yeah, that one guy who everybody goes like, oh, wow, he's so good. He's so amazing. For example, Daniel is an amazing teacher. He really is one in a million. Now, yeah, let's face it, on YouTube, there's 100 gazillion videos being released all the time. In terms of English language videos, yeah, you've got English with Lucy, Papa Teach Me, Bob the Canadian, Learn English with TV. There's lots of people who, have done very well, lots of English teachers who've done very well, but me, come on, I'm better than all of those. Those guys, me, I'm the real deal. I'm the guy who is one in a million. I'm better than all of those. I'm just amazing. Absolutely amazing. One in a million. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right, we can also use it for kind. If someone has been kind to you, when most people would not be kind, you could say like, hey, guy, thanks for all the help you've given me. You're one in a million. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Nah, you deserve it because you really are a special guy. So one in a million we use for people who are rare but have that special talent or that special skill or, just make you feel that they are better than other people in some way, but not in a rude way, in a pleasant way. Okay, now we have two similar sounding idioms, but they have different meanings. The first one is one of these days. So one of these days, basically, we use that to mean that something is likely to happen soon, before long. It's going to happen, in a little while, just around the corner. We don't have to wait long. Usually when we use this, it means that something is likely to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it's probably going to happen, and it's probably going to happen soon. For example, one of these days, I'll have more than 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'm getting there. As I record this, I've got something like 672 subscribers. I'm going up and up and up. It's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I will reach 1,000 subscribers. Let me get there quickly. Tell your friends. Tell them. I can go and hit it really, really quickly. But for other people, let's just face it, the coronavirus is affecting many, many, many different countries at the moment. The virus that we're talking about, the coronavirus, that is forcing many people to stay at home. Well, we're coming towards the end of March. April is on its way. Spring is here. Soon summer will be here. With a bit of luck, hopefully, one of these days, we'll all be able to get outside of our homes very soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Just to go back outside instead of having to be quarantined and having to stay inside all day, every day. Yeah, one of these days we can get back outside. We can go and talk and hang out with our friends instead of staying at home watching these stupid videos. Yeah, one of these days, we'll be able to go outside and have fun again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Just don't know when, but it'll be soon. Unlike one of these days, we have one of those days. Now, this has a very different meaning. It sounds very similar, but it has a very, very different meaning. One of those days means to have an unlucky day, a day in which everything is bad. You have lots of bad luck. A difficult day on which nothing goes right. I think that we've all had those days, today was one of those days. Oops, sorry. Today was one of those days. I was late for work, lost my keys, and broke my phone. How can I watch English Help Desk if my phone is broken? Never mind that I can't go home and I've probably lost my job. Oh, today is just one of those days. Yeah, we've all had them, where just bad luck follows more bad luck, and yeah, you've seen that guy, you've seen that person, and just looking like, gosh, and you're like, hey, how are you? Oh, it's just been one of those days. Do you want a drink? I want a drink. Yeah, I really want a drink. But it's okay, because tomorrow will be a better day. Somehow. But yeah, just one of those days, a day in which everything seems to go wrong in one way or another. Just one of those things, or as we often say, one of those things. Just is optional. You don't have to use it, but it's there if you want to say it. Basically, what this means is when we're talking about something that is unavoidable, something usually unfortunate that is unavoidable, but we have to accept it. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just one of those things. Brexit. Just one of those things. Coronavirus. Just one of those things. We don't like it, but it's there. We can't stop it. We have to deal with it. We have to accept it. So, for example, these days, staying at home because of the virus is just one of those things. Nobody likes it. We don't want to do it. But staying at home is safer than going outside. Wearing your mask, is safer than not wearing your mask. Nobody likes doing it, but we have to do it. It's just one of those things. Likewise, every English help desk video must end. Nobody wants these videos to end. Everybody wants me to talk forever and ever and ever. But I have to eventually stop talking. It's just one of those things. I know you don't like it, but I have a life to live as well. It's just one of those things. So, we are at the end of the video. What are we going to do now? I want you to practice. I want you to try and write your own sentences with the idioms that I've used today. Now, Again, I'm going to put all of this in a timestamp so that you can, go back and have a look again, but try and write sentences using these idioms. If you are confident, please comment below. Put examples of your writing in the description so that not just I, but many people can look at how good your English is. English is something that can exist in a notebook, but English is better when it's there, shared with other people. And that's the next thing I'm going to ask you to do. Subscribe, okay? Don't just subscribe. What I would like you to do is to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, but tell others about me as well. English is not something that should only be studied alone. English is a language. English should be shared with other people, native speakers like myself, or beginner speakers like other people who might be around you. Tell other people about these videos so that they can also look at the things that you have learned, and then you can share your learning. You can be one and the same with your learning objectives. You can say, that's a new one on me when you come up with a new idea. Or you have something that you really want to say, and you can say for one thing, and that person will understand. Tell the other people about me who need to learn English so that you can learn together, and turn on that notification bell. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. Some of these will be live, some of them will be more recorded. And yeah, if you want to see more live videos, I'm going to get better. This is kind of a rehearsal video. I'm going to make it public, but it is a rehearsal video. I am going to get much better. So please comment below. Tell me how I can improve these lessons. Am I talking too fast? Are the idioms that I'm using not that interesting to you? Or are the examples, do you need more examples? Let me know. Anyway, I'll be back soon. I'm going to have the usual Thursday video, and I'm going to try and bring back discussion questions as well as some other ideas that I have. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.